Photographer tracks down people he captured 40 years ago to recreate their images.
But before we start, please take a moment to give this video a like, subscribe to HappyWorld, and hit the bell so you'll never miss these great stories.
Back in his day, street photographer Chris Porsz spent hours walking around the city taking candid shots of punks, policemen, siblings, and sweethearts. It was his hobby. Now, almost 40 years later, he's been tracking these amazing characters he photographed in his hometown of Peterborough, Cambridge, Great Britain in the 1970s, 80s, and 90s to recreate their pics. Chris managed to meet them at the same location the original photograph was taken and shot another. All this work has paid off as he's collected all the photos and published them in a book titled Reunions, featuring Joe Riley's text about every character's backstories. Keep watching and take a look at some of the photos. Punk's Tina Tar and her partner Dog. I remember the photo being taken, it was a brilliant time. I had various styles of punk hair for quite a few years, said Tina, and Dog added, they were good times, I still had hair then. Tony and Sally Wilmot, a couple who Chris photographed saying goodbye at Peterborough railway station in 1980. Andy Richard, Tony James, Aaron Devender playing the arcade game Phoenix, which involved birds hatching out of eggs. Sitting in the window of their house at 100 Cromwell Road in Peterborough, these three sisters were spotted back in the 80s. These four friends were more than happy to recreate their photo. Vicky Gracie was a sales assistant at a jewelry store in Queensgate Shopping Center back in the 80s. I'm a people person, and I've always had jobs which involve working with the public, she said. Sisters and friends sitting under the Guildhall Cathedral Square. David Harvey, who was chief superintendent back in the days, and Tim Goodman, a successful businessman in the present. County Grammar School best friends Sandra Williams, Carmen Chin, and Maureen Mayers back in the day. Pictured at Cathedral Square, John Church, Gary Beckett, Aid Lawrence, and Pippa Hodgson hanging out while listening to punk music. Siblings Donna Yarnell and her 3-year-old brother Stephen licking ice creams in their front garden. Does Spears sing at his first job? He said, I worked on the stall from the age of 18 till I was 22. It was hard working in all weather. Mom and children on vacations. Punk friends walking through the streets of Peterborough. School friends eating chips. I think it must have been a Saturday and we'd been to the chip shop. The chips were a bit like McDonald's fries and were always good, said Martin. Sandra Burford was spotted into hairdressers. I used to go there occasionally to have my hair cut by the apprentice because it worked out a bit cheaper, she said. While blowing bubbles with Hubba Bubba bubblegum, sisters Anna Emma Hankins were pictured at Bridge Street. Best friends and Dog hanging out. Genesio Barrio at his van while selling ice cream in the summer. Punk girl spotted while waiting for a concert back in the 80s. Layla Gordon drinking her daily bottle of milk at Queens Drive Infant School. Sisters Maria and Anna Marie Plavich pictured in Star Road. Fruit Market Girl back in the 80s. Homeless Michael Ross, better known as Nobby, spotted at the streets of Peterborough. And best friends hanging out in an abandoned house. Recreating photos and living back those memories is a wonderful thing, and we hope to see many more from this photographer in the future.